Hey guys, hopefully you're doing well this Saturday. My name is Jay. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the PAI Tiles tutorial series. So far we've talked about how to set up hands in PAI. As a review, you just need to learn your 16 pairs. That'll help you start to learn the game. And then after that, we're going to talk about wongs, gongs, and high nines. So far we've talked about all the pairs that you can split and the pairs that you can't. So there are some split rules here. So June, teen and day, and then the hands that make the wongs, gongs, and high nines, which are the nines, the eights, and the sevens. So the eights, and here are the sevens. So these all have split rules. And the ones that don't are the fours, the fives, the sixes, the 10s, and the 11s. So those are the ones that you can't split. So this bottom half you can't split, and the top half you can split, depending on what the other two tiles are. So if you need a review on that, just look at the last few videos and we'll kind of talk about that. I'm just reiterating everything that we've covered so far. Now we've also covered the split rules for sevens. So for you to split sevens, you need to make your hand 7-9 or higher. So that involves a teen and a day as one of the other two tiles, at least a teen and a day, and then you can have either of the 10s or the futile. So this combination of splitting sevens to make 7-9 or higher. Now we also covered eights. So eights, you want to make your hand 7-8 or higher. Now that involves a combination of these tiles here, as well as the 11 and the 9. So to make your hand 7-8 or higher, with this hand you can actually split it to make 7-9. So that's 8s. Okay, 7-7-9, 8s, 7-8. We also covered 9s. So 9s, to split 9s, you need to make a hand of 9-9 or higher. Now that involves the 10s to make your 9-9, or a teen or day. So any combination of these four tiles with your 9s to split, you can make your hand 9-9 or higher. Okay, so 7s, 8s, and 9s we've covered. Today we're going to cover teens and days. Okay, so to split teens and to split days, you need to make the hand 6-8 or higher, or if the other two tiles are 9 and 11. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the 6-8 or higher. So the minimum hand that you're going to have would be this. So you have the 4 and the 6, and then the day tiles. Okay, now with the rule of 6-8, you're going to split. You're not going to play the 0 bow in this example. Now, instead of playing the 0 as a banker, you can only beat the opponent if they have a 0 as well. So that's why you're going to make your hand as close together as possible. And you have a strong 6 and a strong 8. Okay. So 6-8, that's your combination. Now the other thing as well, you can see like a lot of how the combinations are. Like you can see a 6 and a 5, then you're going to split to make it 7-8. So you see why you're splitting your teens and your days. In this example, actually, when you have your 7-8, you have the strongest 7 and the strongest 8. So it's not the best hand. I mean, like a weak 9-9 can beat it, but still, like this is how you would play as a banker, as as the house, and compared to, comparing to all the other hands that the players have, it's a fairly competitive hand, rather than playing the 0 where you're not gonna beat anybody unless they play a 0 as well. So all of the players would be pushing the house. So that's why we would play, it's more of a mid-range hand in that example. But that's the minimum. Now remember, you want to make your hand as close together as possible. So in this example, if I had this, where I have a 7 and a bow, remember I said the rule was 6-8. That's true, but in this example, you're still going to split it because you need to make your hand as close together as possible. So in this example, instead of I see a strong 7, but you're still splitting your hand to make the hand gong, wong. Okay. And remember, like a strong wong, this is the strongest wong. The only thing that beats it is a pair. So it's really competitive because as a low, having a gong as a low hand is actually really, really strong. So that's much better than the 7 bow. Okay. As well as that, let's say I have a G tile and a 4. So one of the 4s. Now I look at my hand here. This is a different example where I have 7 bow. Now remember we said the rule is split to make 6-8 or higher. In this example, you're not going to split it because you're reducing the hand. So you're not going to play 6-8 in this example because your low hand is already a 7. So it makes no sense to make that split in this example. You're keeping your hand as 7 bow. Now, as a dealer, when you see something like this, it's more obvious. But remember, keep an eye on that G tile. Just a nice tip for you. Because I look here, in your mind, you may think of this as a 0. Remember, this is already a 7. This can be a 3 or a 6. So you're not going to split this hand. Okay. So as practice, what I want you to do, just like the rest of our examples, is take one of the 2 here and then flip them over. Sorry, before we continue, I do want to just show this hand again. Oh, actually, I didn't show this hand. This is if your 3rd and 4th tiles are the 9 and the 11, you're not going to play the 0. In this example, you do split to make 3 wong. It's the same premise as the as the hand before where you have the 6 and the 4. You don't want to have that 0. In this example, I'm not going to play 0 bow because I'm not going to beat anybody else unless they have a 0 as well. I'm going to play a 3 and the highest wong. Because the wong beats the gongs and all of the 9s and everything. The only thing that can beat this is a bow. So the player would have to have a bow in order to beat this hand. So, a 3, it's not the strongest hand, but still, it's more competitive than playing the 0 bow. When I play 0 bow, I'm playing more for a push. So we're going to play 3 wong. Okay? Okay, so back to the practice. What I want you to do is start with the teens or the days. Start with the days, and then flip over the rest of the tiles. And what I want you to do is shuffle them and put them in stacks of 2. Okay. And just like the previous lessons, what I want you to do is flip over 2 tiles and see if you split the hand or not. Okay, if you don't split the hand, it's still good practice because you're going to name this hand here. Okay, so this is a split. The hand is 9 gong. Remember, 6, 8 or higher. Okay, 8 bow. Seven bow. Just like we talked before, We're not going to split that because we would be reducing the hand. Four, bow. Nine, bow. Six, nine. Seven, eight. Try to name the hand before I do. This is a split. 6, 8. Eight, bow. Gong, wong. Remember, you are splitting. You're making your hand as close together as possible. Two, bow. Five, bow. Eight, gong. Eight, nine. And the last one. Nine, bow. Okay, so do that with the day tiles and do that with the teen bow as well. And then once you get comfortable with it, that's almost all of the split rules. We just have to cover G June and then we're done. So 7s, 7, 9, 8s, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, teen and day, 6, 8, or if the other two tiles are 9 and 11. So you make 3 wong in that example. Okay, so let's do some examples. Let's just continue on here. And we'll do 8 practice hands. And we're going to cover everything. Take a screenshot of this while I shuffle. Or take some notes, like write it down if you need to. It's the basis of how we will set up our hands here. Okay, here we go. Okay, first off, do we have any pairs? No pairs. Do I have a teen or day with a 7, 8, 9? I don't. So what I'm going to do is balance my hand and make my hand as close together as possible. This one, I see a 4 and a 5 automatically. I try to put them together first. Usually 2 small tiles work, so I see a 9 there. I look at my other 2 tiles, 5, 9. That's the best hand that I can make, so I'll put it together. So the hand is 5, 9. All right, first off, any pairs? No pairs. Do I have a teen or day? I do have a teen. Do I have a 7, 8, or 9 to go with it? I do have a 7. They automatically go together if you have one of each, and your hand becomes 6, 9. Okay. Let me just raise this. Okay, let's try this better. Just a better view here. Okay. First off, do I have any pairs? No pairs. Do I have a teen or day? 7, 8, 9? I don't have that. So I'm going to balance my hand. And again, I see 3 small ones. But remember, this can be a 3 or a 6. So I try to put the two 4s together first. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Because really, like, if I put the 4 with this, it's going to make a 7. I already make an 8, and this can be a 6. So the best I can do with this hand is 5, 8. Okay, number 1. First off, any pairs? No pairs. Teen or day, the 7, 8, 9. No, we don't have that either. So now I'm going to balance the hand. I see a 6 and a 3. I can see in my mind I want to make a 9. I can make a 9 easily with that. They don't really go well with the other tiles here. So if I put the 7 and the 11 together, that makes the 8. So the best I can do with this is 8, 9. Okay. First off, any pairs? No pairs. Teen or day with a 7, 8, 9. I have a teen and I have an 8. So they go together automatically if there's no other options. So in this example, we have 4 gong. All right, first off, any pairs? No pairs. Do I have a teen or day with a 7, 8, 9? No, I don't. So I'm going to balance my hand. In this example, I'm not looking at little ones. We've had a bunch of those in the previous examples, but here, this one's a bit easier because we have 4 different numbers. So I look here and I see 5, 6, 8, 11. If I put my highest and my lowest together, then it works. So my highest is 11, my lowest is 5. This makes a 6. 6 and 8 is 4. So my hand is 4, 6. And that's the closest that I can make it. And that's the best I can do with that. Okay, here's a good one. First off, do I have any pairs? I do. So I have the day bow. Now, when I'm thinking about pairs, do I split this pair? I split teen and day when I can make my hand 6, 8 or better. Now I see I have a 6 and an 8 here. If I make my split, my hand becomes 8 gong. And that would be the correct way to set this houseway. Okay, last one. Number 1, do I have any pairs? Yes, I do. We're never going to split 10s, so they automatically go together. In this example, I have 6 bow. Okay, that's it for this Saturday lesson. Next week, we will talk about splitting Jijun, and then we'll continue on from there, and we'll talk about gongs, wongs, and high nines in the future lessons. So let's go through 3 hands of the comparison drill, and then, yeah, hopefully you guys have some time to practice. Like I said, if you need any help, make sure you just ask in the comments section. And thank you very much. Thanks for watching the series so far. Okay, take care. Enjoy your weekend.